Hey guys, I'm Coach Michael Burt, the Super Coach. Every Monday, I come into your life, Brad Howard, to really do three things: multiply your life, multiply your money, and multiply your business. Today's topic on Super Coach is a very powerful one, and it's called When in Doubt, Taking Action. When in doubt, Brad Howard, taking action. When in doubt, when you're thinking about what to do, when you're making your plans, when you need to call a customer, when you need to do anything. Folks, today I'm going to show you how to eliminate the gap between thinking and doing. Fella, what I was calling you, Tommy Davidson, was to tell you monster producers this Wednesday on conversion and closing technique. Be good for your troops to be there at the lodge, 7:30 or 4 p.m. Folks, you're watching Super Coach, and today we're talking when in doubt, how to take a freaking action. Here we go, folks. Let's do this straight.
Everybody needs a coach in life. Coaching businesses and entrepreneurs like you to spike an additional 40% to your bottom line. Michael Burt is a multi-championship coach, best-selling author, trainer, motivator, and all-around super coach. Now, from the Greatness Factory Studios, this is Super Coach.
Super Coach. It's a podcast I have every single week. I'm at the Greatness Factory Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. I had an incredible Flip the Switch boot camp last week. If you haven't been to Flip the Switch, folks, what the flip is wrong with you? Man, you got to get in the room with me. So I got Monster Publishing this weekend, Thursday, Friday. I've got Person of Interest the 21st and 22nd. Couples Retreat down in Seaside, Florida on the end of this month. Man, I got a boot camp every month, folks. You need to be involved with. Okay, so if you're out there and you're watching, it's like, how do I get you in the room with me? That's what you got to do, folks. How do I get you in the room? Okay. I got people calling me right in the middle of my podcast. Okay, folks, do you not watch Super Coach? Come on. Today's subject is a good one, and it's when in doubt, take a freaking action. Okay, a lot of people need complicated things. We got to have a CRM system and spreadsheets, and we got to talk about it and sleep about it and dream about it and pray about it. Folks, I have gotten to where I am today because I'm a person of action. When I think it, I do it. When I have a thought, I act on the thought. When I am interested in something, I move towards something. This is a pray drive moment. When in doubt, take an action. Okay, and I want to kind of break this down from a business perspective, Brian White. It's the purpose of your business is to produce new money. You need new money. You need new money to grow, expand. You need new money to do big things in the world. Like, right, the purpose of the business is very clear to me. You're at A. A is some position you're currently at. You're trying to move toward B. B is some desired outcome. Now, we could talk about it, sleep on, pray about it. You could listen to me, or you could just take an action. Meaning what? Pick up the phone and call a person. Pick up the phone and text a person. Pick up the phone. Call a client. Call a person. Engage a person. When in doubt, take an action. This will never leave you wrong. And I see so many people in the world, man, they're out there in the world and they're waiting on they're waiting on something to happen. And I want to teach you to quit waiting on the world. What's the old song? Quit waiting on the world to change and be the, right? That's why Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Like instead of us talking about it or thinking about it, let's call somebody. Let's invite somebody to something. Let's bang on somebody. Let's send a text message. Let's send a video. Let's send a voicemail. Let's send a messenger. Like when you think it, you need to do it. Now, you say, well, does this ever lead you wrong? Very seldom, Jay Cash, does it lead me wrong. Very seldom in my life has this strategy ever led me wrong. You say, well, who could you be calling, man? You could be calling current clients. If you got thousands of those, trying to engage with them at a deeper level. You'll never go wrong, Tommy Davidson, calling your current clients. Dre, you'll never go wrong calling your current clients, thanking them for their business. You'll never go wrong calling people who can help. You'll never go wrong calling strategic partners, trying to put something together. You'll never go wrong trying to invite somebody to something in the future. You'll never go wrong loving on your top 25 clients. You'll never go wrong calling some of your biggest advocates. You'll never go wrong just in a forward position of doing something. Where you go wrong is in a static position. So right here, right, I got this Monster Nation all access pass on me because, Charlie, I got a conference coming up in September, man, called Monster Nation. I'll never go wrong, Gina Collins. I'll never go wrong, right? Asking people to come join me in Nashville and spend 2 days with me at the Monster Nation conference. I'll never go wrong. I'll never go wrong following up with people on Facebook. I'll never go wrong following up with people on Instagram that reach out and message me. I'll never go wrong. I only go wrong when I don't take an action. So just remember some of these core philosophies. An object at rest stays at rest unless acted on by an outside force. An object at rest will stay at rest unless acted on by an outside force. You are that force. You are creating something. You'll never go wrong, right? And I was writing this book last night called Flip the Switch. I'm in chapter 5 or 6, and I'm working through it. It's about 25,000 in. I've got to get to 60,000 or 65,000 words. And I'm writing it, Victoria, on this part, Gina Collins, about, man, fear. And I think about all the fears people have. Fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment. Some people have a fear of success. Still haven't figured that one out. Hey, I don't want to be successful because of what could happen. Well, what could happen is you could actually enjoy and experience an incredible life out there, folks. That's what could happen if you have a little success. But how do you have that success? So people ask me all the time, where do you get this mindset from? Well, when I'm stepping back and I'm thinking about it, a lot of it has to do with I've removed some things in my life. I've removed a fear in my life of rejection. I've removed a fear in my life of embarrassment. I've removed a fear in my life of failure. I've removed a fear in my life of what you will think about me. These are called hesitations or considerations, and I have removed these things. You say, well, how did you remove it, Coach? Well, I studied other people. I began to realize that there is no such thing as losing. You only learn. I realized that there is no such thing as failure. You only have more raw material. I realized that you could actually use fear, embarrassment, anxiety, disappointment as prey drive activators. I realized that somebody may not want what you have, but dadgummit, somebody's waiting for what you have. I realized that in life, when we take an action, when we're in doubt, vacillation, insecurity, what should we do right here? What we should do is pick up the phone, make an outbound effort, call a person, engage a person, and just ask them a simple question, man, can you help me? I'm interested in you. So I'm doing videos on my way to the bathroom, Jack. These people probably think I'm crazy. Maybe doing videos in the bathroom, folks, because time is so critical. My point is, when I put something in the future, right? I'm doing Monster Publishing. When I put something in the future, hey, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm having person of interest next week. Teach you 2 days how to be a person of interest. Do I need to call everybody and make sure they're at person of interest? You better believe it. Do I need to call every Monster producer and make sure they're in the class? You better believe it. Do I need to call this person and make sure they're coming to my Living with the Monster Couples Retreat? You better believe it. Folks, when in doubt, take an action. Now, if you're out there and you're thinking, man, this dude must take a lot of action. Listen, while you're talking, I'm doing. While you're thinking, I'm acting. While you're moving, I've already ran circles around you, right? Like here's the deal. I believe that the people who take the most action make the most money. I believe the people that get the most attention make the most money. I believe the people that move at the highest frequency make the most money. I believe that good things happen when you move, right? People watching me on Instagram, I believe that things don't happen to you when you sit, when you're stuck, when you're static, when you're stationary position. So I want you to think of energy in 3 states. It's dynamic, it's engaging, it's interesting, it's on fire, it's curious, or it's static, stuck, complacent, bored, in a rut, or it's entropic, it's dying, it's disintegrating. Right? And in life, you are in one of these 3 positions. Man, you're on offense, you're stuck, or you're playing defense. I'm on offense, moving toward my dreams, moving toward my goals, moving toward my hopes, moving toward my ambitions. Or I'm static, I'm stuck, I'm stationary. Right? Right, Michael Kalina? I'm here. Listen, good things happen to you, folks, when you move at a high frequency. Good things happen to you when you move at a high pace. I don't know about you, but I'm most alive when I'm pursuing something big, right? So I'm writing a book on Prey Drive right now called Flip the Switch. And I think about what Flip the Switch is. I think about it's about activating something inside of you to pursue a dream, a goal, a hope, a desire, an ambition, a something in the future Okay? There's 3 reasons people pass away at the end of their life outside of natural causes. 1, they run out of money. When they run out of money, they run out of good care. 2, they run out of love. But the biggest reason, Sergio Prada, is they run out of purpose. They don't have something big to push toward. Therefore, they reach a static position. They contract to a place of comfort. So when you're scared, take an action. When in doubt, take an action. When you have a problem with a client, take an action. When you have something going on in your life, you need to friggin' take an action. That's what we're talking about. Today, you're watching Super Coach. I'm at the Greatness Factory Studios. We're manufacturing greatness here, folks. I'm willing it into existence. The power of intention. I'm implanting in the subconscious mind. I'm moving towards something big. Okay? Sergio, come see me when I'm in Houston this coming Saturday. I'm flying on Super Coach Airlines, Jack. I got 1 or 2 spots left. I got a few people looking to fly with me on Saturday. We're going to fly out at 6:30 in the morning on a private jet over to Houston. I'm going to speak at Capitol Con for Brad Blazer. We're going to fly back and have a good country music night on Saturday night. If you want to go fly with me, all you got to do is get yourself to Nashville, folks. And if you get yourself to Nashville, you get on that private jet with me, and we'll fly at 500 miles an hour. We'll be talking 30,000 feet in the hour. We're going to be going at a high frequency. We're going to drop over in Houston, speak, spend some time with some of the folks over there. Boom! Head on back to Nashville for country nights at the Lodge. Today we're talking when in doubt, taking action. You're watching Super Coach. Come on back because I got round 2 of this, folks. I'm just getting warmed up. Noah Davidson. Let's get this party started. I grew up listening to great country music when I would ride the back roads of Tennessee with my mom. I built an affinity for storytelling, for energy, for using the past to build a bigger future. When I purchased this 8,000 square foot lodge in Christiana, Tennessee, I said I want to have country nights at the lodge where major artists and entertainers come and entertain in an intimate setting where you can see and be inspired by the artist. But not only that, you can connect, you can network, you can be around some of the biggest people in the world, and you can have fun. I call that edutainment. April the 17th, I'm having country hitmaker Matt Stale at my lodge for country nights at the lodge. Come and have an incredible evening of entertainment, connection, and energy. If you're watching me on Instagram, thank you. I'm in studio today. I'm at the Greatness Factory of Nashville. Albert Preciado. How you doing, sir? I'm watching what you and Mr. Brad Lee are doing. I'm going to be out in Las Vegas pretty soon speaking at the Real Conference with Brad Lee. Matter of fact, that's just a few weeks. I'm going from Nashville to Dallas to Scottsdale to Las Vegas. That's a hell of a couple of days, Jack. I'm going to tell you that's the truth right there. Folks, today we're talking when in doubt, how to take an action. I was writing this book last night at my house, right? And I'm trying to get this book finished. And writing a book is a labor of love. I'm pushing. I want it to be great, so I got to get in an inspired state. But you need a lot of fuel, man. And so I'm writing the 5 activators in the book. And the 5 activators are fear of loss, competition, exposure, environment, embarrassment. And I'm writing on this one, George, about fear. And I'm asking myself, what are you afraid of, man? You afraid another person's going to laugh at you? So what? They're already laughing at you. When you become really successful, they're going to laugh at you even more. You afraid they're going to make fun of you? Oh, they're probably already making fun of you. You afraid that of a rejection? They're probably already. You can't lose something you don't have. That's what I was teaching my team today, man. Pick up the phone and call somebody. You can't lose something you don't have. If you push them and you lose them, guess what? You didn't have them to begin with. So when in doubt in life, remember doubt, vacillation, insecurity, static position. Most people contract to a place of comfort. What I'm trying to get you to do is exert force and energy in an outward position. And that typically starts by having something in the future that you're pushing people toward, getting people excited about, getting people interested in, getting people moving toward. Getting people, right? Like you need something in the future. Remember those 3 reasons I said people die. They run out of money. They run out of love. They run out of good care. Okay? So what I want to show you here is, man, if you're asking me what's in my mindset today, I was coaching a Navy SEAL today. not a real Navy SEAL, but in our Navy SEAL coaching program. That's one-to-one coaching with me for 90 days. And I said, man, what I want you to do is codify how you became so successful so I can be so successful. I got the pray drive. Now I need the methodology. But if I give you the methodology and you don't do anything with it, if I say, look, man, I make 40 phone calls a day. I follow up 7 to 15 touches, 7 to 15 touches in my follow-up. Man, I'm trying to engage with people like crazy. I'm trying to push people to something in the future. This is what I do to try to hit the numbers I'm trying to hit every day. Every day I'm trying to scale it up to a bigger level. I'm talking. I'm putting deals together. I'm following up. I'm pushing people. I'm engaging with people every single day. Then it's up to you whether you're going to do it or not. Now, there's going to be times you don't feel like doing it. When you don't feel like it, do it. When you don't feel like it, do it. When you don't feel like making the call, make the call. When you don't feel like dealing with a customer complaint, deal with the customer complaint. When you don't feel like prospecting, pick up the phone and call somebody. When in doubt, I need you to start building the system to say, this is when I need to take an action right now. I'm thinking it, I'm doing it. So think of it this way. Between stimulus and response is a space, and in that space is our ability to choose our response. Most people, when they have the stimulus, I don't want to do it, go, man, I'm not doing it. Man, I don't feel like doing it, right? Amateurs listen to their feelings. Professionals do not listen to their feelings, folks. Amateurs don't do things they don't want to do. Professionals like, man, I got to suck it up, buttercup. I got to suck the sour to get to the sweet. I got to embrace the suck because this is part of what I got to do to get to the other side. On the other side of this animosity, on the other side of this conflict, on the other side of this problem is a deeper intimacy with my potential. On the other side of this, whatever this is a deeper intimacy with me and my potential. And I want that potential. I'm hungry for that potential. I'm moving toward that potential. So when instead of thinking it all day, let's just do it right now, man. What would stop you from doing it right now? Is there anything that would keep you from doing it? Is there anything prohibiting you from doing it? Seems like you want to do this. What would stop you? Man, I can't help you till you commit. But once you commit, I'm not going to let you fail. These are things you need to be saying to other people. Okay? Thank you, Scott Starnes. Because, man, I'm a man of action. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. Right? Because, man, I'm moving. And I'm moving. And I'm moving. And everybody wants to talk about it. And talk about it. And sleep on it. And pray about it. And think about it. By the time you thought about all that, folks, I already called 25 people. I've already text message, phone called, emailed, video text, voice text, pushing. Any thought I have in my mind, boom, I take an action on it. Now, you may say, is it organized? Of course it is. It's organized into a selling system. Hit list, farm club, top 25, net promoters. It's organized into a system of thought. But I've done that thought so many times, it's actually a liability to think about it during the day when you should be executing on it. In sports, we called it muscle memory. Muscle memory. And muscle memory is when we, right? Muscle memory is when we don't have to think about it. We just do it. You get in the game, you're in front of 10,000 people. It's okay because you already shot 500 shots a day, man. You just take an action. Now, let me tell you what actions you can take with me. Number one, if you're not a monster producer, you need to be. That's me coaching you every single week. This month, I'm coaching on closing and conversion. There's 720 people in Monster Producer growing every day. I need you to take an action every day. I need you to take an action every day, right? If you're not coming to my boot camps at the Lodge, I want to encourage you. I got Person of Interest coming next week. I got a couples retreat. I got Flip the Switch every other month. I got the Monster Growth coming in May. I got Country Nights at the Lodge. Folks, what are we not doing, Jack? We're doing everything because that's what we do, folks. We take a lot of damn action. A lot of action, okay? So I want to encourage you. The next action with me is to be involved in Monster Producer. The next action with me is to play at a higher frequency. The next action with me is to show up and grow up and deliver. You can get this podcast anywhere good podcasts are. I was listening on Spotify the other night. It's on everything you can think under America's Coach. All of my podcasts on America's Coach. Every week I come into your life to do three things. Multiply your life, speed it up, multiply your money, and multiply your business. I'm Coach Michael Burt. That's another edition of Super Coach.
There's a lot of great people that are stuck and they're being a discount version of themselves. Help us out. How do we get out of that discount version?
Yeah, many times we're just one person away from a new season in our life.
Okay.
One affirmation, one statement, See, I always define leadership as affirming and validating the worth and potential in another person in so clear a way they begin to see it in their own self. You're affirming. See, so I would say something to that person like, man, I see something in you. See, potential is just kinetic energy that is stored until utilized. It's an idea of embryonic growth that says we'll get better today, be better today than we were yesterday. We'll be better tomorrow than we are today. Well, so many people, when you look at confidence, that's the memory of success.
Yes.
Okay. So many people have the memory of failure. They remember that failure, right? And so as a coach, what I do is I affirm and validate a person. I say, man, I see something in you that you don't see in yourself. Just make this one.
So help
tweak.
us with that again. You affirm and you validate. Because a lot of people at their job that are watching, no one's affirming them, no one's validating them. But why is that so important?
Because most people struggle with confidence. See, when I was a high school basketball coach, I thought this was unique to children. Yeah. See, a confident child will try anything. An insecure child will try nothing. And so I wrote on a napkin one day after practice, man, confidence is the one thing that affects everything. And so I began to study that confidence. It's the memory of success. It's an internal knowing you can create or manifest. Confidence is a memory of something, right? So what I have to do is remind people, okay, the valedictorian in my high school class got a divorce when he was 28 years old. He was voted most likely to succeed. Okay. I was voted Prince of Personality. He was the valedictorian. I finished 8th. He dated the prettiest girl in school. He had a wealthy background. His dad was a judge and attorney. His whole family were judges. And he called me one night at 28 years old, and his confidence was low. And his kids weren't listening to him. His wife was divorcing him. He was unhappy with his job. And I listened to him for a few minutes. He said, man, I need some guidance. I need some help. And as I listened to him, I said, man, what you need is to get your swag back.
Love it.
I said, let me remind you of something. You were voted most likely to be successful in high school. You were the captain of the football team. You dated the prettiest girl. You were the smartest kid in school. Every kid wanted to be you, man. And you have allowed your wife to take away all your confidence, your kids to take away all of your confidence, your boss to take away all of your confidence. It's time that you get your swag back.
Boom.
Okay? And that's what I said to him. And listen, you know what he said? He's like, you're right. It's exactly what it is. I got to get my swag back. And I called the publisher that night when I wrote the book, because the original title of my book was called A Course in Confidence or something.
Yeah.
And I called that night and I said, I got to change the title to swag, because that's what people need to get back. They need to get their swag back. And the way you get your swag back is to get off the bench and get in the game, to work the muscle, to take the rep, to show up, to get a coach, to stay in a rhythm, to reactivate the prey drive. You know, I think you and I have talked about, TD Jakes talks about life happening in a rhythm. Your heart beats in a rhythm. When you get yourself into troubles, when you get out of rhythm, man. And sometimes you need another person to say, hey, man, what's going on with you? You lost your swag. It's time to get it back. And I think that's what a good coach can do for people. I'm sure that's what you've done for a lot of people in your day, is they're confident people that let life knock the shout out of them, and you've helped them regain their swag. I mean, and how valuable is that to get that back, something that was lost?
Okay, I'm loving this tonight on this Father's Day night.